Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on this Wednesday. It is February 22nd here on the Sam channel, which is on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Yeah. Okay, so as we get the day started, there's a little bit of light rain and sprinkles, as mentioned yesterday, would be upon us because of the warm front that's coming in and passing through as we speak here as of 5 a.m., just after 5 a.m. on this Wednesday morning. There is your warm front, and out ahead of it, we do have these showers that are kind of in the stream here passing through. They're very light. Sprinkles, maybe even nothing. Even though the radar shows some activity here, a lot of this is not even reaching the ground until you start to see the darker greens up here toward Louisville, Frankfort, Lexington, Nicholasville, Danville. Some showers east of Bowling Green now, moving through Barron and Hart counties. That's all ahead of the warm front. Now, once that passes, warmer air, the windy warmer air, is going to start to take over. And today we could be looking at, and not just today, but today and tomorrow, record-breaking warmth for this time of the year. It's certainly looking that way. So after we get, after this warm front passes, some of these showers pass this morning, expect the sun to come back out for a while, and it's going to be a warm and windy day. We could have some wind gusts up to 40, 45 miles per hour, maybe even higher, but it's going to be a really warm wind that's coming in from the south and southwest. And we're not done with shower activity. There's going to be some more that comes in late this afternoon and this evening that is going to bring us yet more shower activity and maybe even a few thunderstorms. But before we get to all those details, let's look at the 10-day blender. 76 today. The record is 77, I think. I had it written down. Where is it? Wait a minute. Let me refer to my notes here because I was hoping I could remember this. No, the record today is 74, set back in 1922. So we're going with 76. Looks like we'll easily break that record for today. Then tomorrow, 78, maybe 80. The record tomorrow is 79, set back in 1982. So we've got, a couple of opportunities here to break all-time records for February 22nd and February 23rd. And then you see what happens after that. We start to cool down. But it's really a reset back to where we should be for this time of the year, which is 53 to 55. And that's where we'll be tomorrow. So it's not like it's going to be a big hit of cold air. It's just going to reset back to where it should be. By the way, yesterday's high was 64 in Bowling Green, and 53 is the average. So we were 11 degrees above average. Today, it's going to be, closer to 20 degrees, maybe 21 degrees above the average. So we get that reset on Friday after a cold front passes through on Thursday night. We don't stay really cooler that long. We warm back into the 60s and 70s for the beginning of next week. And there you see, we're just going to stay 60s mainly, even near 70 next week for the beginning of March. Yes, the numbers have ticked up from what you saw in previous days in the 10-day blender. The blender is throwing out some bigger numbers now. So the days are getting longer, nights getting shorter. The sun angle is decidedly different. We're getting close to spring, the official start of spring. And the pattern is just what it is. It's warmer. It's going to get chilly a couple of times, but I think for the most part, winter may be done. And sometimes when I say that, it's not done and it proves me wrong. But as of right now, in the short term, I'm not not seeing any signs of winter at all, at all. Okay. That's just for the short term, the 10-day stretch there. Okay. Let's take a look at current temperatures as of 5 a.m. this morning. Really nice and mild. Look at that. The only cooler part of the Commonwealth is up here toward Cincinnati, over toward Ashland, Huntington, and that area. But everybody else is in the 50s and 60s. We're already in the mid 60s here in Bowling Green at this hour. Mid 60s at 5 a.m. on February 22nd. What does that tell you? That's the warm front that's coming through the area this morning. And boy, you're really going to feel that warm air today. I've already got my short sleeves on here. You know, this is a real thin shirt. I'm ready for summer. Well, okay, maybe not that far, but we're getting there. It feels like it anyway. Here's a look at the maps this morning, and I'll put all this into motion, show you what's going to happen here. We've been talking about this for several days, the zonal flow, and it's here. The zonal flow is here. It is set up. It is running well and arcing right across the southern tier of the United States. All the cold air, all the winter stuff, and you've been hearing about this terrible winter storms from the Rockies through the northern plains up into the Great Lakes. Snow, 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 cold, cold, cold. It's all locked away up there, well to the north of us. And it's going to stay that way as we go through time. Here are the showers that we've been seeing this morning, really light stuff. But there's another wave that's coming in this afternoon. It's not really a front. It's more of just a short wave. It's like a shortwave trough, a little disturbance that's going to come in late this afternoon. We're looking at here, just about 5 or 6 o'clock or so. From that point forward, we're going to see a line of showers here that's going to come on through. And again, it's not a front, but you could almost paint a front right there with the disturbance that is setting off the showers and even some thunderstorms. And we could get a few thunderstorms, but we're not looking at any severe weather this afternoon or this evening. And here we are about 6, 7 o'clock this evening. I think that's when the showers will start to pull through. But look at this flow. I mean, it's incredible. This warm flow. Look at this. The warm winds will still be blowing, and they'll be blowing pretty good. So I'm calling for gusty showers to come upon us this evening around sunset. It could be a little bit before that, before dark to the west of us, a little bit later to the east. But the winds will still be, 20, 25, 35, 40 miles per hour as these gusty showers come through. There's not a severe weather threat, not here. It's going to be back here further west. If there is any severe weather today, it'll be in parts of Missouri and Oklahoma, Arkansas, maybe southern Illinois, but not for us. I don't think we just don't have quite the components here, the instability, the big thing. We just are not going to have it. Thunderstorms, there could be some rumbles of thunder and there could be a gusty shower or two, but other than that, I'm not looking for anything too terrible. And then this is gone by tomorrow morning. And look, there's no change here. Like I said, this is not a front. This is that flow that continues to be from the Pacific and a little disturbance, but we stay warm. And tomorrow could be even warmer than today. And like I said, record-breaking warmth today and tomorrow. We keep this thing going. Here we go with another little shot of showers as we start to see that come up from the south. Oops. All right. Cooperate with me here. Not you guys, but the map. Okay, there it is. So let's look at the time here. This is going to be really a late Thursday night into early Friday. Notice that the flow is pushing these showers back into southern Kentucky. So as we get into a nice day Thursday, tomorrow, by Thursday night into Friday morning, we could see another round of showers in the area, but these will be kind of disorganized. They're not going to produce any severe weather. And notice all the really cold air is still locked away to the north. Now, over time, this is going to come a little further south as we get into, say, Friday afternoon. We'll start to see finally a cold front coming through Thursday night into Friday morning. That's when these showers will come through, and we'll finally see a front that will temporarily cool us down, as you saw in the 10-day blender, for Thursday night into Friday morning. And Friday will be really the coolest day out of the next 10. And then from there on, we're going to warm right back up again. It's just these little teases of cold air come in, and then it's over. It just doesn't have time to establish a foundation of colder air, because the patterns here and the way the jet stream is running, there's no time for cold air to be established. It's like I don't care what the calendar says. It may say February, but we're going to pretend it's March and April. It's just, that's the way the patterns are set up. All right, here's a look at the current map with the warm front pushing through right now with those little light showers that we're seeing at the moment. As the warm front comes on through today, we'll see a break in the rains, or the little showers that are out there right now this morning. The winds start to really pile up and just really just blow this afternoon with the sun coming out. And then there's our little weak disturbance, this little appendage here that's going to come through late this evening around sunset, or maybe a little bit before or after, depending on where you are, and touch off this little round of showers, maybe some thunderstorms. Nothing really severe coming out of that. Severe weather risk is not there for this one. So we continue on, and then the showers fade away for the time being. Then the cold front comes through. This is tomorrow night, as I mentioned, showed you on the previous map. It's just going to come on through, and it's the one that's going to usher in. You can see the colder air being drawn in behind this low out of the Great Lakes. So the flow here is going to be out of the north, but it's temporary. Okay, so Friday is going to be the coolest day, but even then, we're talking 50s. That's where we ought to be for a high temperature. So not long after that, here we go into Friday midday, Friday evening. A little closed low establishes itself over the area, and it gets a little bit of moisture. Some of this is Gulf of Mexico moisture trying to work its way into the area as the flow still continues sort of out of the west. But we have this little low that sets up and just kind of squeezes out any moisture that's around. And it's rather stationary. It's just going to kind of sit there on Saturday with a chance of showers. And that will continue into Sunday morning. Sunday morning, this should be over with. And then we go on to Sunday evening into Monday morning. Here comes another warm front. And look at this low. This one's like 988 millibars. This is a bigger storm. Okay. So it's going to have everything but the kitchen sink in it. It's going to have rain, snow, ice, wind, severe thunderstorms, heavy rain, possible flooding. This is what's coming for Monday into Monday night, and then early Tuesday before it's gone. But notice how far away we are right here from the low. So the deepest part of this system and the roughest part of this system is going to be near the low pressure system. It will be windy, it will be warmer, and it will be rainy and maybe thunderstormy for us. There's Tuesday. We get rid of that system, and it looks like we'll cool back down again. So this pattern does not look to change at all for the time being. In that 10-day stretch, no major shots of cold air, no wintry weather at all for us in southern Kentucky. It's just not It's just not in the cards right now. Now, we've seen bits of winter and even some winter storms in March. Remember March 3rd of 2020, was it? Yeah, I believe it was. Remember that one? It was ice and snow. And that kind of crippled the area. I may be off on the year, but it was like March 3rd, I want to say, because I remember getting stuck and I couldn't go to work. But it's possible. We still may get one good, real hard shot of winter at some point. But I think looking at the big scale, the big picture, the overall spread of things, winter appears to be over. Not officially, but just looking at it. All right, you guys, I'm headed to the radio station this morning, 6 to 10, Sam 100.7. On your FM dial, I've got more Home Expo passes to give away, more free coffee, more Wendy's. So tune in this morning and share a laugh. I'll do something or say something that makes you laugh, even at the best of me, at the humility of me, self-deprecating. I, I'm willing to take the shots. Okay, so at my expense. So tune in this morning. Have a great Wednesday. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.